Aqui, na Klabin, a gente dá muito valor à embalagem. Mas quando falamos de pessoas, o que vem de dentro é muito mais importante do que o que se vê por fora. Há alguns anos, a Klabin passou a dar mais foco e atuar com mais intensidade nos temas relacionados à diversidade. As ações, antes pontuais, tomaram forma, ganharam tamanho e geraram resultados. Hoje, a Klabin conta com um modelo de atuação que direciona as ações voltadas para a diversidade na empresa. Definimos onde queremos chegar e, agora, trabalhamos ações que nos levam para mais perto desse objetivo de sermos uma empresa cada dia mais diversa e inclusiva. Para chegar lá, trabalhamos em 4 frentes. Área corporativa, que faz a gestão do tema, desenvolvendo ações e programas alinhados à estratégia da companhia. Comissão de gente, que discute e recomenda ações para aprovação em diretoria. Comitê de Diversidade, que constrói e apoia ações locais com representantes das unidades. E os grupos de afinidade, formados por colaboradores voluntários que se dedicam aos temas de diversidade como raça e etnia, gênero, diversidade geracional e LGBTI+. Cada grupo é responsável por discutir, construir e apoiar ações que fortaleçam seu tema e propósito específico. E é sobre eles que você vai conhecer um pouco mais agora.
Hi there, how are you? My name is Mauricio. I work with sustainability here in Klabin and I'm part of MEMOH. Since 2019, I'm here in this moment here in Innova Klabin to talk about diversity. And I would like to talk about a specific part, which is manhood within diversity, masculinity. We talk, or we live in a society where we have an hegemonic, patriarchal style, and this vision of a man is a little bit limited. It's not a real man. This manly man, this provider, the superman that we have inside of us is not a real one. And when we face the reality with this vision, we feel that there's a very complicated thing. We pay a very high price because of this ideal. So we need to reinvent ourselves as men. We need to solve this conflict between real men and the super hero, the super man that the society is bringing to us. This concept needs to be discussed, and the discussion here is here to embrace other ways of being a man today and how we live in this society. We live in a society that has a patriarchal style, and it's fundamental to break this so other groups can be heard. So the gender issues with women, with minorities, with different sexual orientations and race can be brought to a different discussion, different from a white cis man hegemonic style, which is a social construct. So our discussion is about this. We talk about how to deal with manhood. How can we help to other voices in diversity and in the masculinity? And how can we build a society that can be a little bit more equal, a little bit more diverse, and a fair society? Let me share a video here for you just to confirm this message. The macho view is the sexism. It's a way of sacrificing different human characteristics and create some distance with what you're living. It's like blindness. You're blind. Sexism is a way of being blind. A problem of everyone. It's time for men to be part of this dialogue. A man must be the breadwinner of the family according to 62% of men themselves and 51% of women. Men are more exposed to criminal violence and death because of transit accidents, and drug abuse. Men
E a
suicide
gente só
themselves
vai
4 times
garantir
more
a
than
maior
women in
igualdade
Brazil.
de
And
gênero
we
quando a
will
gente
make
conseguir olhar
sure
para essa
that the
construção social da
gender
diferença
equality
com
will
todas
be
as
a reality
questões
when
que
we
ela
can
traz para a
take a look
mulher,
at the
mas também
social
para o homem.
construction
E
of
se
the
os homens
difference
são
with all the
parte do problema, eles
differences
precisam ser
that
considerados
brings to men
como
and
parte
women.
da solução desse
If men
problema.
are
De
part
como
of
é
the
que a gente
problem, they
pode
should be
gerar
considered as part of the
oportunidades
solution.
para
How
homens e
can we
mulheres se
generate opportunities?
desenvolverem,
How
independente do
can
fato de
we
serem homens ou
bring
mulheres,
more
de serem
opportunities to
pessoas.
women or to men, regardless of being women or men, because they are people? And that was exactly the need that we had in the past to bring men to the conversation and talk about gender equality, talk about diversity, that Klabin had the initiative to create a conversation space where men can reflect, can think about the way they act. We have this concept of the man box. Men must be heterosexual, must be physically athletic, strong, must be a predator, cannot make mistakes, must hold everything, and must be dominant in regard to the woman. And Klabin, since 2019, has this group with different men. They get together in a meeting and they talk about the different behaviors that they reproduce unconsciously, and those behaviors are very noxious and they can cause negative externalities for the society and for the environment and their society and they are evil for themselves, and that's really bad, so they can get away from the social interaction. For me, being part of MEMOH group was very good because I was able to notice how I was blocked in these 33 years I am today. I refrain myself of having deeper, meaningful relations with people that I used to like. But I still have hope and I can be a better man every day, and I think other men that are in Memo, like Jill and other people, that we can be a better man, a better person, a better human being for the society. I think that's a beautiful learning that I have, and I feel like that. And I'm in Memo group, but that doesn't mean that I have a certification or that I'm better than other people, other men, but I'm
5 out
such a
of
way,
10
in this
men,
way I'm becoming a better person.
50.9%, say having the father as main reference for manhood. Only 1 out of 10 men, 10.6%, have talked to his father about what means to be a man. What would be the possible behaviors? What would be the possible places where I can express whatever I want that comes from my humanity? Take care of life, take care of relations without being concerned of being framed in a stereotype. When I realized that I shouldn't prove anyone that I was a man, that was something that released me from the past. I talked to my friend, you don't have to be, you're not on man leave, you talk to me, you feel better now and you're a man.
Assim como o Gui falou, o Memo para
Yeah,
mim
as Guy
é
said,
essa
Memo
oportunidade que a
for
gente
me is an
tem de
opportunity that
conversar
we
entre
have
homens para dar início dessa
talking
construção desse
between
machismo que sempre esteve
men
enraizado
and
na nossa
talking
sociedade.
about the sexism that we
O
had in
fato
our
de ser um
society.
grupo entre homens
So it's a group
incomodados
between
que de alguma
men,
forma querem
men
ser
that
melhores,
feel
o Diogo,
uncomfortable
como
with
ele
the
repetiu
situation and
aí,
that they want to be
não
better.
é selo de
And it's
qualidade
not
só pelo
a
fato da gente estar no grupo, a
certification,
gente não é
it's not
melhor
because
que
we
ninguém
are
ou
in a
pior que
group,
ninguém,
we are
mas
not better
somos
or
homens
worse than
incomodados que a
anyone,
gente
but we are
quer
men that want to change
começar essa
things. We
desconstrução
want
e
to
ter essa
start
masculinidade
this process
saudável,
and have a healthier
humana,
masculinity
e só esse
and
fato
more
por si só já é
humane way
demais.
of existing. And I think that's
Então,
very
hoje eu
interesting. So
consigo
today I
observar
can tell
comportamentos que eu tinha no
that I
passado
had
super recente
behaviors
que
in
eram
recent
totalmente
past that they
nocivos às
were really
pessoas que
bad for
estavam
people who were
comigo, para minha
around me, for
companheira,
my
para meus
partner,
familiares, para os meus
for
amigos
my
e por
family,
que não a
for
sociedade no
my
geral.
friends, for
E
everybody.
isso é
So
fruto de
that's
toda
the consequence of
essa
all
criação
these
que a
lessons
gente
that we
teve, que
learned
eu
when I
tive
was
principalmente.
young and when men
Eu
had
vim
when we
do
were young.
interior do
I come from
Paraná
the countryside of
e eu
Paraná,
vejo o
and I
quanto
know
isso é
how
enraizado aqui nos
rooted
interiores
these
do nosso
things are
país,
in the
principalmente,
countryside, especially in those
e quanto
places.
o Memo
And Memo gave me the opportunity to stop and think about the possibilities, think about the immature situations where I was engaged at, right? So yeah, it was very nice. And the fact of showing that you're sensitive, that you're open to talk to other men is like a paradox because it makes you stronger. You get more mature. You are more genuine and real, and that for relationships, it doesn't matter if it's with your family, your friends, or your partner, that's very enriching. So I feel that this paradox of becoming a better man starts becoming a more vulnerable man, and we feel how important these decisions and these conversations can be. So let me give the floor to Caio. Yeah, my experience in Memo has been very interesting and it's a renovation process. I'm sharing the emotions, I'm sharing the possibilities and my ideas. I see that some behaviors change. We know that the discussions on gender and sharing experiences can be very good for yourself as an individual, but it's good for everybody. So if you are a man and you are more conscious about sexism and about masculinity, can help to promote a better work environment without internal conflicts, without fights. When we talk about innovation, it's exactly that. We talk about creativity. We talk about new ideas, as I said before, and this is good. This is good to promoting a better environment, and I get nourished from the different perspectives, and I'm really happy to be in a very diverse environment, and I feel that I'm a better person for the society. I think Memo helps us to understand the prejudices, the pre-established ideas, and we promote a cultural change within Klabin, but also outside Klabin. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm happy to be here. It's not a war. We need to grow together as a society. It's a group that, or it's a concept that we need to do together. We need to involve everyone here. If we talk about a new way of seeing things, we need to talk with everyone. All of us must be in this discussion. We have this possibility. It's an effective one, and men can do this for a new life. I think it's time to take a look at this, to
Então é
see
isso, pessoal.
this man
Obrigado por essa
box.
passagem com a gente aqui. Conheçam um
Okay,
pouco mais
guys,
do
thank
Memo,
you very
assistam as
much.
nossas
It
dicas,
was awesome.
participem dos grupos sempre
Please
que
take
tiverem
a look at
oportunidade.
Memo.
Acho que é uma
Take a
discussão
look at the
muito
groups.
ampla, muito
Every time you
proveitosa.
need,
Tem
there's a meeting
muita gente se
near
redescobrindo
you, so it's good.
e
It's good to
saindo
talk
das
about
reuniões mais
this.
leves.
You can
Essa é a mensagem
rediscover
mais importante.
yourself and you
Muito
can
obrigado,
be
Gil. Boa semana a
at
todos.
ease. Thank you very
Obrigado,
much for
gente.
being here. Thank
Valeu,
you.
gente.
Bye bye.
Masculinidades
Thank you,
possíveis
thank
e
you.
saudáveis. Valeu.
Better,
Boa.
healthier masculinities. Thank you.